Janie. Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. Today is another episode of Tuesday Talks. If you don't know what Tuesday Talks is, this is a group that I started with Janelle, and I will link to the group below. And we just get together and we come up with topics for each Tuesday, and we discuss those topics. You can go visit the group, and if it sounds like something you might like to join, please feel free to do so. This is for people who do vlogs, or even if you have a blog that you can post each discussion that way. So anyway, this week's Tuesday Talks is on lending out your books. Do you lend out your books? Do you not lend them out? What are your feelings on this? I do lend out my books, and I probably shouldn't be lending out my books because it seems like every time I lend out a book, I don't get that book back for a year or for months or what have you. And a lot of times when the books come back, they're not in the shape they were when I lent them out. And that is a little bit annoying, but it is, my own fault for lending the books out. I feel like if I borrow a book from somebody, I should read that book and get it back to them. But that's not always the way it works out when I lend out my books. I feel like if there's a book that I really, really, really enjoyed, I feel like I want to share that book with somebody else and say, hey, read this one. And, I don't end up getting it back forever. And it seems like it's me that has to go to them and say, hey, you borrowed this book for me. Have you read it? Can I have it back? Kind of thing. And then I feel like I'm being a pest. So I just need to not lend out my books is the bottom line. And the only person I really feel good about lending my books out to is my eldest daughter, because she reads the book, she gives it back. Other people, and it's happened so many times, I've lent my books out and then I don't see them for weeks, months, sometimes years, and sometimes they're not in as good a shape, as when I first lent them out. And like I said, that can be annoying. What do you guys do? Do you lend out your books? Do you give them like a time period to read the books and then they have to get it back to you? Do you go to them and say, hey, I gave you this book to read and you haven't given it to me back, so are you going to give it to me? And also I find myself, when I lend out a book and I haven't gotten it back, I'll just tell myself, oh, I can just go buy that book again. Like right now I lent out World After, and if you guys have watched my videos, you know I love that series, Angel Fall and World After, and I still haven't gotten that book back. And she just down the road, it's my niece, she's just down the road, and I don't want to look like a pest, or saying, hey, I need this book back. But it's just like, I don't know how to handle that situation very well, I guess. So let me know, guys, what you do with your books if you lend them out, and what do you do, or how do you handle it when you don't get those books back, or they come back in less than perfect shape when you lent them out in the first place. Because my books are generally in pretty good shape, and then sometimes they come back in not very good shape. So that hasn't happened very often, but there's one instance where the book just came back almost in shambles. Food spilt on it, or the cover's all bent, or stuff like that. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Let me know, what do you do? Do you lend your books out? Do you go and ask for them back when they don't bring them back? Do you not lend them out? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. And that's it, guys. Thanks for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.